everybody on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis XL, right back at you with the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're dealing with 100 different decks over 100 different days. I am your host, the Memphis Accelerate, prominently without hat, because Karibo here, the thieving rodent, stole my hat. So I am without hat today. You might ask where the other hats are? He stole those too. So, today, everybody, is day 91 of the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're into the final 10 episodes of the season, and we're taking a look at a fan suggestion for a Koala deck. This is a deck about summoning out the koalas, monsters that have koala in the name. It's not an archetype, but it's a series of monsters with koala in the name, and some other monsters like the Desk Kangaroo, ultimately trying to summon things like the Master of Oz for some nice clean beatdown. This is a very simple deck that is surprisingly effective when things go right for it. So, we're going to go into EDO Pro today, show this deck off, show you how it works. Big shout out to Mr. Chipmunk Boy, who asked me to take a look at koalas today. And so, without further ado, let's go into the cards we'll be using today, and then get right into the duels. So, for our main deck today, we're playing 3 copies of the Big Koala, 2 copies of the Vampiric Koala, 2 copies of Desk Kangaroo, 1 copy of Rescue Cat, 2 copies of Desk Koala, 3 copies of Vernalizer Fairy of the Mountains and the Melting of Snow, 3 copies of the King of the Swamp, 1 copy of Pero Cerberus, 1 copy of Tree Otter, 1 Elephant the Elephant, 2 copies of Sea Koala. We have 3 copies of the Fusion Deployment, 1 Harpy Spear Duelster, Triple Poly, 2 copies of Ayers Rock Sunrise, 1 Terraforming, 1 Set Rotatus, 2 copies of Scapegoat, 1 Fusion Recycling Plant, 2 Closed Forest. As for traps, we have 3 copies each of Horn of the Phantasmal Beast and 3 Dimensional Guardian. Now, as for the extra deck, we have things like Linkaribo, Masquerena, Asa the Earth Charmer the Immovable. We have Nightmares Phoenix and Unicorn, 1 Avra Max. We have number 64 Ronin Raccoon Sundayu, 1 Wind-Up Zen Mains, 1 Diamond Dire Wolf, 1 copy Naturia Beast, 1 Naturia Barkion, 1 Goyle Guardian, 1 copy of Koala, 1 Fairest of the Dragons, and a Master of Oz. As for the side deck, if you want to make Oz Turbo even more consistent and, ultimately powerful, there's a lot of things you can do. You have things like Prisma, who can copy the name of a monster in the deck, allowing you to fuse a little easier, which is searchable with E-Call. If you want to do bigger synchro, it also happens to be a beast. You have Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree. A little tricky to make in this deck, but is possible to do with right numbers and math and all that. You got your 2 level 4s and a level 2 tuner. Just make this dude. Twin Twisters is here if you find you're up against more back row heavy decks. Spiritual Force can protect your monsters from battle destruction once per turn, but it's not that effective in this day and age when effect destruction is everywhere. You got Flawless Perfection of the 10E if you control the Big Koala or the Master of Oz. Your opponent summons something that's an effect monster. Draw 2, and also protects those monsters from monster effects. And ultimately, if you want to go up against the meta in any way, capacity, you're going to need the triple skill drain. But I didn't want to play this card today because I feel like it would take away from the spirit of koalas. But if you want to go up against the meta decks, you're probably going to need this, unfortunately, because that does make, beatdown a lot easier to do when your opponent can't do monster effects. So, there's the deck we'll be using today, everybody. Let's go ahead to EDO Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works, and we'll have ourselves a good time. Alright, yeah, our first opponent, another day and another card game. We like to go first with this deck when we can. We'll see how it goes. We can also go, so we have a lot of beatdown, so it doesn't matter that much either way. So what do we have for an opening hand here? Alright, well, we have a lot of different options for a lot of different things. So what we're going to go ahead and do is activate Fusion Deployment. I'd like to have a monster on the board. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is just summon out a big old koala. This is a koala deck. We're Chumley. Good old GX character Chumley. We're playing as koalas. He was the guy who popularized koalas. I say popular even though, Konami has no interest in making more koalas, sadly. They'll make another Moki, but not more koalas. Which, I guess, makes sense. Kowalski, a little bit more of a popular character. Because, you know, he was Kowalski, Bolaski, bleh. So yeah, Moki guy. I'm not gonna even pretend. Belowski. That was his name. That was his name. So, Belowski, a bit more popular of a character. What does this do? Add Jinzo or car when a monster, blah, blah, blah. Okay. When a monster you control is attacked by an opposed monster, destroy both the attacking monster and this card. Okay, so we're up against a Jinzo deck. Send a monster you control that is owned by your opponent to the grave. Summon a machine from hand or grave. Opponent draws with their normal draw. While you control Jinzo, declare a card type. Your opponent reveals that card. If it's the declared type, send this card to the grave, draw one card. Interesting. And then Law of the Cosmos. Opponent can say trap from their hand or deck. If they do, no. As much as I would like to do that, I must say no. Add a Jinzo or monster to the list. Jinzo. Okay, so it's like if I set a trap, he gets Jinzo. If I don't, he gets Jinzo. Wow, that's a little, you know, it's weird because Jinzo got all this support a while ago, which is weird because Jinzo's not like a popular character either, unless Espero was like the most popular Battle City guy ever. I don't know, it's kind of weird that they got so much for Jinzo. My koalas, they get nothing. But you know what I got? I got Scapegoat. You know what? I got a dang old Scapegoat. And that's good. Ooh, Polly. I can make the Master of Oz. And we'll do that in a moment. First, I'm going to go ahead and make an Avermax. You know, I don't make Avermax very often in this deck, but he's pretty damn useful for protecting my koalas. You know? You got to protect the koalas. They are pure and innocent critters. So, we're going to go for Nightmare Phoenix here. Sorry, Triad. I don't think I'll be making Koala this duel. So, we're going to go ahead into Polymerization. What does this do? I didn't even read what that does. It's probably a bad idea, but it is what it is. Master of Oz! 4,200 point beatstick extraordinaire. And as well Avermax. But Avermax, who cares about Avermax? I got the 4,200 beatstick, baby. That's way more better than no Avermax. Avermax is just a sideshow. This boy's the real king. So, that'll be the end of the Jinzo player. I guess he was really hoping for me to, you know, play my traps, but I'm a bit smarter than that. Little bit. So, there's a good example of what we're trying to do today, everybody. Pure, simple beatdown with things like the koalas, the big old koala, the Master of Oz, and his big old boxing. I don't have boxing gloves, but if I did, I'd be wearing them right now. Don't ask how I'd use my computer using them, but there you go. So, good for our first duel to show off what we're trying to do. Get out the koalas, go for beatdown. So, there's duel the first. Let's go for duel the second. Keep showing off what this deck can do. We have another fusion and a bunch of other extra deck things we can do. So let's go ahead and do two. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And just keep going on with it, seeing how it goes. Let's see here. Ooh, I can make Koala right now. Or I could make First of the Dragons too. There are so many things I can do right now. We'll go ahead for First of the Dragons. You know, I mostly keep First of the Dragons in here as like a side option in case I get like a bunch of big koalas. You know, all he needs is 2 normies, and he's actually pretty effective. You know, can't be beaten in battle by, you know, effect monsters unaffected by monster effects, so pretty damn good. So we'll just put this guy loud and proud in the middle here, and we'll end our turn. I'm going to keep these dudes in my hand. I don't want my koalas to come to any harm. There shall be no koalas harmed in today's episode. There'll probably be a lot of koalas harmed in this episode, but, you know, I'm gonna keep them in my hand for now, just in case. We draw Polymerization. Oh baby, we'll have big old koala numero dos. But yeah, it's really weird how Konami does support for archetypes nowadays. You know, obviously fan favorites, heroes, they're gonna get support till the end of time. Crystal Beast, same thing. They're gonna keep getting support even though there's really no need to give them more support. Then you get things like Jinzo, which. Esperoba used Jinzo, and then there was a guy in GX who used Jinzo like one time or something, or maybe twice, I don't remember. And then there was the episode where Jinzo was like a real dude, so I guess that's why Jinzo gets the support, not Koalas. I guess it doesn't help that Chumley... I don't think Chumley ever won a duel in GX. Let's see, he lost to his father, and he lost to Crowler. I think those are the only duels he ever was in. And then Bolowski, you know, with the Moki Mokis, you know, he lost to Jaden, but he also beat that Elvis Presley dude. So, you know, there's precedence for why Moki Moki gets support and Koalas don't, but dang it, Konami, you could at least try. I'm just saying, okay, Scapegoat again into Masquerena and Lynx and things, so what is this guy playing? Just Pure Danger? No, he's playing Joker's Knight of some form. What does this do again? I played this before, I should remember. Okay, so basically if I destroy this, he just gets it back. So I'm not going to get rid of... I'm going to take the face down. I'm more concerned as to what this could... Okay, it's just Queen's Knight. Alright, fair, very fair. So, now the question is, can I get off Scapegoat before my opponent gets off Slife of the Sky Dragon? Because if he gets Slife of the Sky Dragon, I'm in some trouble. Aw, Fusion Recycling Plant! Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, I'm too tempted. I would rather have kept that, because then I could have gotten Polly. Alright. Well, that is unfortunate. I guess this is just like some kind of Slifer deck, I would presume. Considering the Joker's Knight. The Joker's Knight are just made to, you know, turbo out the Slifer. Utopia. The Lightning. Yep, that guy. Utopia the Lightning. Luckily only with like a couple materials, so it's not like a big deal. So I should be able to deal with that. See, I was worried if he would go for Slifer, because then there'd be no way I could make like anything to beat over that. Slifer is a big dude. It's a bit of a rude, crude dude with an attitude. He's cool. I like Slifer. But not when I need little monsters on the board. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and make the Link Rebo, which is, you know, Link Rebo, he's my good luck charm. He helps me when I'm making my links and things. Awesome. There you go. And, you know, Avermax is one of my favorite Link monsters. He's just so good. You know, obviously, because he was made back at a time when 2 extra deck monsters was harder to do. Granted, you would just do links, but at the same time, it was Master Duel, not Master Duel, Master Rule 4. So, you can understand. Let me think about this. If I summon a Rescue Cat, I could make more things. I don't need to do that, though. Not yet, anyway. So, let's go ahead and attack into Utopia the Lightning. Bait out his one use of that effect. I'll take some damage. Or conversely, I will take a lot of damage, because I just got negated. I say. Well, that is unfortunate. So, if I attack you... this card battles, broken activate cards affected in damage step. Okay, that's not good. That's what we in the business call a not good situation. Okay, well that's not good. Let me think about this. If I had more Beastie Boys, this would be easier, but I don't. Let's go with Rescue Cat. Maybe we can bait things out. Yeah, this will work. By no means ideal, but it'll still work. Because I can make that Shuri a beast here. I like, you know, I don't like the floodgates in my koalas, but I'll keep the one that Shuri a beast. Just in case I need it. Plus, if I take damage, I can banish my Parapara Cerberus and go to town there. So we'll end our turn and see what happens. And yeah, I probably shouldn't have killed the Joker's Knight, but is what it is. Is what it is. It's a tricky situation. That lost wind really hurt. Bigfoot. Okay. Alright, Thunderbird goes, but that's not going to do him any good because I have no set cards. We'll see. Because, yeah, Lightning will crash over Avermax. You can just double this thing and beat over Avermax, and I can't do anything about that, sadly. Sadly, that's one of those things I can't really do anything about. We'll see. It might be tricky. Yeah, this is definitely a tricky opponent. He has that one. He's one of those things that can just deal with Avermax. Not a lot of can deal with Avermax battle. Yeah, barring Kaijus. I'm talking too fast. I need to slow down. We still have 9 days left of the 100 days. Slow down just a little bit. But yeah, this is one of those rare things that can just get rid of Avermax with no problems. That is also something that can deal with my monster. Alrighty. And then what? Chaos Swarsra. Yeah, I think I might be dead, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might be Kaputski. Which is unfortunate. We started okay. Unfortunately, my opponent had just a few too many combos and too many wombos. And, you know, I suppose if I was playing Skill Drain, this wouldn't have been an issue by any means, but, again, I don't like to do... I swear, if you make what I think you're gonna make, I was about to give you respect for, like, 0.2 of a second. Don't you do it. Okay, made yourself dark. Don't you do it. Okay, it's super poly. I'm light, though, so do you have something to do with that? Maybe? Apparently he does. Into a Mud Dragon. Okay. Well, Avermax spins a card back into the deck when sent to the grave. So, that might actually save my butt. Yeah, and you can make it so I can't target you, but this doesn't target. So, no for you. Alrighty, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm pretty sure my opponent had game and he decided to flex upon my balls. Wait a minute. Banish this card, then target a card on the field and destroy it. Well, I can get rid of its face down. That might actually be helpful. You know what? Yeah. Let's get rid of the Lost Wind. Just in case. Won't be that helpful all in the long run, but you never know. Like, if I top deck into Poly, there's a good chance I can win this duel still. If I can just draw into Polymerization. Vampire Koala is a close second. Okay, that only stops me from card effect targeting, right? Okay, good. Vampiric Koala! Is a koala that's a vampire! So we'll beat over the Anaconda and gain ourselves back some life points. There you go. See, this is what happens when you flex on people. This is why I prefer not to flex on people too hard. Because then this happens. My opponent has nothing in his hand, barring that guy. He's going to keep getting that guy back till the end of time. And that's for sure. But he had game. Here's the thing. My opponent had game. Chose not to go with the game. Yeah, and then some of that guy becomes that monster's name. Cool. Okay. I think he's just clicking that just to click it at this point. I have nothing to target him. Queen's Knight. Oh, I guess it does. Yeah. Something to say. About to say, why not make this queen? And the answer is, it has to be from the his deck. Alright, so I'll take a lot of damage. Not gonna lie, folks. Might still be game here. Might still be game. Karibo, I need you to comfort me. Comfort me, you furball. Stole my hats. Now I'm a bald man. A bald man. You wouldn't understand, Karibo. You got hair. You wouldn't understand. What is this? Another Utopia. Alright, another lightning? Okay, well, you're losing points in the originality department, my dude, but, it is what you want to do. what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Alright, what do we draw into? A turn too late to matter. Unfortunate. I mean, I can still do damage, but unfortunately this is going to be game anyway. But at the very least, I can show you guys the other fusion. Koala. If I had a beast in my hand, I could pop the lightning. But I don't. So, an unfortunate thing. So, I'm pretty much dead here. You know, he'll just beat over me next turn. So, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead into the third opponent. We gave our opponent what have you may. But unfortunately, he had too many, you know, things that could get around Avermax. And too many wombos and combos. So, it's a loss. But we put ourselves in for a good 10 turns. And, you know, we'll keep going. We got time for a few more duels. Let's go for duel number 3. I have reclaimed my hat for the third opponent of the day. So, let's keep going. Hopefully this... Okay, a lot more traps this time. But no method of bringing out the koala, which is unfortunate. But we'll go ahead and set a couple cards and see where it goes. I mean, see, koala's got 1600 defense. It's not a lot, but it's something. Would have preferred this to be Death Koala, but Krebons is here, so that's a thing. So, we're up against a Krebons. Interesting. This is some sort of psychic deck. Let me think. I can make a monster's attack 0. That doesn't help me a lot, but it's something. So let's go ahead and flip up a Sea Koala. And summon out our Pero Cerberus. So what I can do with Sea Koala, if I have another beast, I can reduce a monster's attack to 0 for one whole turn. It's not much, but it's something. Better than nothing. And let me think about this. So I want to blow up his back row. I probably should. Yeah, let's blow up that back row. I don't trust it. So we're going to summon out Nightmare Phoenix. And pop that back row. And we'll ditch Dimension. You already have one of them. I don't need all the. I don't need them both. So what is this? Blasting Fuse. Okay, my opponent is playing some cheeky techs, and I can't beat Krebons right now. He can just pay 800 to keep it alive. But that's at least 800 life points less than my opponent has. So it's something. It's a little bit of something. So, our opponent's playing some sort of strange... What? This card attacks monster in the same column gains 500 attack points. What? I think you summoned that in the wrong column, my dude. What is that? Okay, that I know what that is. Destroy it, take 1,000 damage. I don't want you to destroy me right now. Dimension Gotti. Normally I save this for my Master of Oz, but I can just make anybody indestructible from battle or card effects with this little trap card here. I almost said it was a quick play. It's not a quick play. A quick play trap sounds redundant. That's kind of what they already are. Okay, Koala, I get it. We're buddies, we're pals, we're compadres, amigos. So we're just gonna beat into Rampaging Rhinos. Lordy, that is I mean, if he put that in the same column, he could have done damage, but Lordy, he just summoned Rampaging Rhinos, and now he has 2 Krebons. I don't know what my opponent's trying to do. Okay, well, this is the strangest duel I've had in a while. I have no idea what this guy's trying to do. I presume there's something crazy. This is like a 50-something card deck. 50, 53, 56 card deck. So there's clearly some sort of insane combo here. We just don't know what it is. Okay, what on earth are you? Yajiro... Tozan that is not the same... Okay. Move this card to an unused zone. Each time one monster is normal special on your opponent's field, move this card to the engaged monster closer to that monster and destroy all cards in this card's column. Yeah, I think I want to get rid of that. I don't trust it. Yajiro Invader. I have officially seen all things in this world. Alrighty. So, let's start cooking with oil. We've got to the fusion recycling plant. Let's go ahead and ditch a koala. Sorry, Death Koala. I don't need you right now. You know, a little bit of burn damage is cool. I would prefer if Death's Koala was like, you know, something I could fuse with. That would be a lot nicer, but unfortunately that is not the case. But I'll have first of the dragons. I can do a little bit more damage here. YUGIOH Invader. Such a weird card. But yeah, basically if I summon something, like this moves, and then it destroys everything. So it's a card that's only good if your opponent doesn't pay attention. Which is a little bit of an off-putting thing. He's thinking that I'm not going to pay attention. I know what Krebons does, okay? I've been playing this game since Legend of Blue Eyes. I remember Krebons. This came out way after Legend of Blue Eyes. That's why I remember it. So, I'm seeing cards and combos I never thought possible. What does this do? Card is targeted for an attack by a opponent's monster. Move this card to another one of your main monster zones. And special summon a Squid Ink token. This token's attack becomes that opponent's monster's attack. While this card is in your leftmost or rightmost column, your opponent's monsters will attack less than or equal to this card's defense. Cannot target it for attacks. Okay. And what on Earth? Psychic Blade. Okay. Interesting. Very weird, but interesting. Thinking I can make all my monsters bigger. It's probably a better move. Okay, sorry, Big Koala. I need to get rid of you for now. Okay, so here's what we're going to go ahead and do. Terra Fireman. Get Closed Forest. And I don't even have a beast monster on the board, so I'm not going to activate that. So let's go ahead and attack into this. So if I attack into you with this, you move. He gets a token. Yeah. And then I can attack with the first of the dragons, because he didn't pay enough life points to make it so I couldn't attack it. Okay. I'll give my opponent credit. I have no idea what, like, half of his cards do. The Psychics I get. Rampaging Rhinos. I got nothing. I don't know what to say. What on earth is this? Target monster. How dare you touch my cards? Those cards are mine. Okay. Now you done asked for it. Closed Forest. Makes all the beasts bigger. So, that'll be a game. I have no idea what my opponent was trying to do. I think he was just trying to screw with me, to be honest, but we were able to outscrew our opponent. Well, granted, we didn't get to summon the Master of Oz, which I would have liked, but, you know, we got time for one more duel. Let's go into duel number 4. Really try to bring out more of the Master of Oz. I don't think we've seen enough of a giant green kangaroo with boxing gloves. Clearly, we need more of that. Let's go for duel 4. Alrighty. Almost done with the duels, Georgie. Almost. Tomorrow is going to be much easier. Alrighty, fourth and final opponent of the day. It's been a very interesting day, has to be said. I still don't know what my opponent was trying to do last duel, but we'll continue. What do we have here? Okay. Interesting. Extremely interesting. I really wish Death Kangaroo was, in fact, a different attribute, but whatever. Let's go ahead for Vernalizer. I like Vernalizer just as an extra draw. You know, draw me a card, bring back a monster. I'll just bring back the Koala, because this is a Koala deck. And I've drawn into Fusion. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Because now I've got something I can discard and get Poly. That way I'll have Poly ready. And unfortunately we don't have much else. I'll set Scapegoat just in case, and we'll end our turn. We'll end our turn. I've got a very scary looking Koala. You have to admit, if you ran into this guy on a dark night in an alleyway, you'd be terrified. Because, for one thing, he's a vampire. Second thing, he's got a cape. Okay? He's got a cape. Are you not intimidated by this cape? then you, I say, are a fool. Uh-huh. I don't like the look of this. For many reasons. I'm seeing set 5. Set 5 is never a good sign. We'll see how it go. I mean, I've still got Scapegoat. He can't stop Scapegoat going off. We'll see. We'll see indeed. Horde of the Phantom Beast. Alrighty. I mean, I can't really do much to say about, like, what I'm going to do about all this. All I can do is kind of soldier forward. Unfortunately, I don't have my big old koala man. But we'll soldier on anyway. So let's go for Asa here. I presume he's got like a solemn of some form, but I'm going to have to give this a shot anyway. Avramax! I need Avramax to just stay on the board for a turn or two until I draw into my big koala. That's literally the only reason he's here right now. I don't need him for beat sticking or anything. I just need him to be on the board so I can, you know, protect myself from damage for a turn or two while I get into my big koala. Because this is a deck about the Master of Owls. What a... oh. Book of Moon. Okay. It's fine by me. I don't really care. Let's, okay. Well, that's annoying to be sure. I mean, I can resummon Avramax. It'll cost me an arm and a leg. But I can do it. It's just not, like, easy to do. End turn? Okay, so my opponent definitely misplayed a little bit there. Granted, now we know he has Drowning Mirror Force, and that's going to make things really difficult for us because I only have the one bit of Spell Trap removal. Well, I got Nightmare Phoenix, so I got two. I got two pieces, but one of them is a lot more important than the other against a deck like this. Also, I suspect he has Waking the Dragon. And the reason I think this is because he only has 7 cards in the extra deck. If he was a more if this was like Extravagance build or something, he would have more, but he does not. So let's go ahead for Fusion Deployment. Bring forth the gigantic koala. Hello, I am here. What do you got? Nothing? Good. And let's see here. Koala. I mean kangaroo. This is a kangaroo, not a koala. It's not a kangaroo, it's a koala. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a second. So, we're gonna summon out the koala. Floodgate Trap Hole, okay, that's good to bait out. I can fuse with set monsters. I can do that. Acha. Come forth, the Master of Oz. Bigger kangaroo. I mean, this guy's huge. If you didn't notice in his pouch, that's a truck. That's a semi-truck in his pouch. He is gigantic. He also has clown shoes, which is hilarious. So, we'll attack with the Master of Oz. And I should probably... I'm going to save this just in case this is like Paleo or something. You know, Pachycephalou. It could be. No! I'm glad I saved this, but still. My opponent is just playing one of those decks where it's just like, stop the opponent from playing with all the most annoying back row in the world. But you know what? We're going to get back our Death Kangaroo. In case this is Pachycephalo, I'll be ready for it. Or at least as ready as I can be against a deck that is nothing but a bunch of battle traps and whatever this is. I don't even know what this guy's game plan is. What is the strategy to win in this day? Apocataquill. Oh. I don't get it. What, do you gotta make Beals? No, Red Dragon Archfiends. Okay, I don't get it. I genuinely do not understand what this deck is trying to... The last guy At least I saw a theme. What this has to do with all these battle traps, I don't get at all. And yeah, the Archfiend blows up everything that did battle this turn. Alrighty. Okay, pair Cerberus could save me, so I'm going to set that and pass. Touch and go, ladies and gentlemen. Touch and go at its finest. My opponent has a big old monster, but I have Graveyard set up. The big question is, how many more battle traps does this guy play? I imagine quite a few. See, there's another one right there. That's probably Gravity Bind. Guessing as to, based on what this guy's doing, Gravity Bind. Alrighty. Well, Pero is going to be set up in the graveyard where we want him to be. Yeah. I was about to say, could he attack again? And no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Come on, baby. Give me something. Potential. Lot of potential. Let's summon out Des Kangaroo. You gonna hit me with the floodgate trap hole again? I will say, that would be really annoying if you hit me with the floodgate trap hole again. Good, he did not hit me with the floodgate trap hole again. Alright, we have some potential to not die. All depends on what these set cards are. I presume this is the Waking the Dragon. I just have this weird feeling that's what this is. Oh, this back row. Fight me like a man, coward. Fight me with your hoe. That's what that is. That's a hoe. I'm not making a dirty joke. That's literally what that is. Alright, so he'll attack with Apicataquil. I'm going to go ahead Dimension Guardian on my Kangaroo. And I'm going to save the Hornstill. Because I don't need to play it yet. So I'll take the damage. Pero goes away. Go away, Archfiend. Kaputski. Alright, now he shows me that he has Call of the Haunted. Nope? Okay, good. Good. Ooh, see, Koala, that could be helpful. That could be immeasurably helpful in the future. I'm not going to play it yet. So I'm going to play Horde of the Phantom Beast. We are hoping here. I probably shouldn't attack him because he probably has more battle traps and I'm being foolish here. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway. I had a feeling that's what was going to happen. Had a feeling, but I didn't believe it. Dang, this is an annoying deck. This is just plain annoying. Just like all these battle traps and like Red Dragon Archfiend. Red Dragon Archfiend is supposed to be a big, powerful dragon that you turn into a bigger, more powerful dragon. Instead, this guy opts to play all these battle traps. Which, admittedly, in today's game, not many decks prepare for battle traps. So there is some method to the madness here. Okay, Aerodrock Sunrise is actually pretty good. Presuming this goes off. Let's go for Aerodrock Sunrise. Bring back the giant koala. And if I had more beasts in the grave, I could have reduced this guy's attack, but I don't. But I do have a giant koala. He's rather large and in charge. What do you have now? More Dimension Fish? You only have one of those left, so I know you have something else. Oh, I see. You're going to play it close to your chest. You think you're going to fool me with that innocent act? No, sir. No, sir, indeed. Not on my watch. I can see right through you. You've got all these trap cards. You're just waiting for me to summon something else. Okay. Again, this is a Red Dragon Archfiend deck. But what's with all the traps? I don't get what the point of all the traps is. Just play Red Dragon Archfiend. Okay, maybe he's just experimenting and I'm just being harsh. But there is our fourth opponent. You know, we persevered, ladies and gentlemen. That was a battle of perseverance that we just had to keep going through all those battle traps. I didn't even have Harpy's Feather Duster, but we kept going, and that's sometimes what you gotta do. So, there's our fourth opponent. Let's go ahead for the end screen. We've shown off the Master of Oz at least once, so we've shown off some of the other things we can do in this deck, and you guys will see the traps in action, at least a little bit. So, let's go ahead for the end phase, the end screen, I should say, and, talk a little bit more about this deck. Alrighty, Koalas, the Thunder from and Down Under 2022 edition. We got 3 wins, which is actually a lot more than I figured. I was thinking like 2 out of 2 would be the best our deck can do. And, admittedly, some of our opponents were more low tier. But at the same time, this is a low tier deck. We can compete with decks on our tier, no problem. Just summon out these Koalas, start beating down. And you know what? We got to do, we got to summon out the Master, the first of Dragons. And we got to do most of what we wanted to do with this deck. And I'm glad I didn't resort to Skill Drain, because that would have it would have never felt good relying on Skill Drain. I could have gone 4-0 with Skill Drain, but I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do it. So, I hope everybody at home enjoyed the Koala deck. If you did, hit the like button and let me know that you enjoyed it. Maybe leave a comment letting me know that you like the Koalas. Do you think they're going to get support in the future? Who knows? And consider subbing if you haven't already. No pressure. We are trying to get to 600 subs by the end of the 100 days, and we only have a few days left. And we still need 21 people. So, we'll see how that goes. But until next time, your boy Memphis is going to be signing out. Next time, we're taking a look at a Shark deck. So that'll be interesting. We'll have to try and do something without Toad, or at least with minimum Toad. But we're going to be showing off some Sharks next time. So, till then, your boy, the Memphis XLR, sign out. Till later, y'all stay safe, you take care, you have a good one.